Acme produces GAU-21, M3M, machine gun simulators that give the full force, full rate of recoil feel of the actual weapon in a full-scale gun replica that can be mounted on any aircraft, watercraft or vehicle simulator. Our machine gun simulators use a unique, patented all-electric gun active recoil system within the mounting cradle to provide the recoil. Acme's Gun Active Recoil is the only weapon training system available anywhere that provides training-critical, full-force recoil using an electric system. Acme produces unique machine gun weapon training systems that feature full-force, all-electric recoil at full rate of fire. Acme's weapon training systems combine high-fidelity replica weapons, that are not firearms, our patented, Gun Active Recoil System, GAR, weapon cradle, and the electronics to drive it. During World War II, a faster-firing Browning was developed for aircraft use. The M3 features a mechanical or electrically boosted feed mechanism to increase the rate of fire to around 1,200 rounds per minute. The M3 was used in Korea on the F-86 Sabre, F-84 Thunderjet and F-80 Shooting Star, and in Vietnam in the XM-14, SUU-12, a gunpod. Today, it can be found on the Embraer EMB-314 Super Tucano. The M3 series is used by the U.S. military in two versions. The M3M and M3P. The fixed, remote-firing version, the FN-M3P, is employed on the Avenger air defense system, and is currently being used on the OH-58D. Augmenting the XM-296.50 calories. Machine gun. The M3M flexible machine gun has been adopted by USN under the designation GAU-21A for use on helicopters. The GAU-21A is also being used by the United States Marine Corps to upgrade from the XM-218, GAU-16.50 calories. Machine gun for the CH-53E, on the UH-1Y Venom, and on the Canadian Foss's CH-146 Griffin via the Ingress upgrade. Acme produces M134 machine gun simulators that give the full force, full rate of recoil feel of the actual weapon in a full-scale gun replica that can be mounted on any aircraft, watercraft or vehicle simulator. Our machine gun simulators use a unique, patented all-electric gun active recoil system within the mounting cradle to provide the recoil. Acme's Gun Active Recoil is the only weapon training system available anywhere that provides training-critical, full-force recoil using an electric system. Acme produces unique machine gun weapon training systems that feature full-force, all-electric recoil at full rate of fire. Acme's weapon training systems combine high-fidelity replica weapons, that are not firearms, our patented, Gun Active Recoil System, GAR, weapon cradle, and the electronics to drive it. The M134 Minigun is a 7.62 x 51 mm NATO, 6-barreled machine gun with a high rate of fire, 2,000 to 6,000 rounds per minute. It features Gatling-style rotating barrels with an external power source, normally an electric motor. That Mini in the name is in comparison to designs that use a similar firing mechanism but larger shells, such as General Electric's earlier 20mm M61 Vulcan, and gun, for a caliber size smaller than that of a cannon, typically 20mm and higher. The minigun is used by several branches of the U.S. military. Versions are designated M134 and XM196 by the United States Army, and GAU-2A and GAU-17A by the U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy. Minigun refers to a specific model of weapon that General Electric originally produced, but the term minigun has popularly come to refer to any externally powered Gatling gun of rifle caliber. The term is also used to refer to guns of similar rates of fire and configuration regardless of power source and caliber. Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. Deep within Eglin's range, rapid, powerful gunfire reverberated across the expanse beginning August 17. Live fire testing began for the HH-60W Jolly Green II's three primary weapons. The goal of the ground testing was to verify the weapon system's functionality, accuracy, and to demonstrate the guns are safe to employ operationally. The 413th Flight Test Squadron testers and their partners performed the testing over a 3-week period. The three weapons tested were the GAU-2, a 7.62mm Gatling gun with a 3,000 rounds per minute fire rate, the GAU-18, a .50 caliber legacy machine gun with a 650 to 800 round fire rate, and the GAU-21, a .50 caliber newly designed machine gun with a 950-100 round fire rate. It was great to see all the team's planning and hard work finally pay off to get us to execution and gather this initial live fire data, said Major Christopher Hull, 413th FLTS Chief Test Engineer. The first HH-60W build, commonly referred to as Whiskey 1 within the unit, was used for the ground testing. Whiskey 1 contains specialized test instrumentation that allows aircraft manufacturer, Sikorsky, to monitor hundreds of parameters during the flights and envelope expansion testing. That specialized instrumentation allowed the testers to record the stress and strains in the aircraft caused by firing the weapons. The helicopter's guns can rotate independently, providing an almost 360-degree firing arc. This created a unique challenge for the squadron's engineers to develop test and safety plans not typically encountered with fixed-wing aircraft. Details such as blade rotation, human factors and instrumentation were examined and controlled for before the actual testing could begin, according to Hull. The Jolly Green's aircrew not only operated the weapons, they were part of the evaluation as well. The crew wore special instrumentation that measured the weapons' blast effects on their bodies. That data is part of a larger DoD study to better understand the effects of weapon blast on the human body, specifically as it relates to traumatic brain injury. The goal is to reduce injuries to service members who operate such weapons. The ground testing phase is just the first step in the evaluation of the weapons. Data from the tests will be evaluated by the Air Force's Non-Nuclear Munitions Safety Board, who will then clear the HH-60W for live fire flight testing. That testing is currently scheduled for later in 2020. It's been a great privilege to see all the hard work and dedication the team demonstrated to get this far, said Tech Sergeant Lucas Spain, 413th FLTS's HH-60 Special Mission Aviator Evaluator. I have no doubt the team will continue to execute our test mission to the best of our abilities so Air Force Rescue can continue to live by our motto, these things we do, that others may live. The live fire tests are just another of the many 2020 milestones for the HH-60W. So far, the Jolly Green 2 completed aerial refueling, radar, weather and defensive system testing to name a few. The group rescued was code-named RT Chisel, and it was composed of Staff Sergeant Ansel, Sonny, Franks, Sergeant Charles Hughes, 3 Montagnards, and Captain Randolph Harrison. He was the new CCS Recon Company commander and there to learn